Hi friends, welcome back to Whiskey and Whit. I'm Whitney, and today's video is all about my tips and tricks for hosting a successful party, so stay tuned. So if you follow me over on Instagram, you know that this past weekend I hosted an ugly sweater party for friends at my house. And so I wanted to share some of my top tips for entertaining. Number one, set the scene with your decor. Whether this is an outdoor barbecue or a Christmas extravaganza, I like to light candles, I like to make sure that my decor is on point, and I really like to make sure that I'm kind of setting the mood for a party, whatever the case may be. I also stuck out some of those Dollar Tree solar lights down my front walkway so people were able to see where they were headed when they were coming into my house, and I think they lit up pretty well for that evening, especially because I only had them out in the sun for a couple hours, but they lit up pretty nicely. I also took a wreath that we got from a local fundraiser, a Dollar Tree bow, and a buffalo check sign that I painted to welcome guests through the door. And we also made sure to turn our dining room into a game area and photo booth station, which you'll hear more about later. Number two is the food, and this party was heavy on appetizers, so I wanted to share with you what we did. So every time I get invited to a party, I always like to text the hostess and ask what I can bring. Now, when people were texting me for tonight asking what they could bring, there were only a few people that I said, sure, go ahead and bring something. But for the most part, you kind of really have everything ready to go. However, it's always nice to ask, and if somebody says just bring something, this is my go-to. A block of cream cheese, a container of sour cream, and then I grab a bag of cheese, and then you can also add bacon bits and onions, but both are optional. I do add bacon bits. You throw that all in a crock pot, and you can make, that's one batch. So you can make a double batch if you want, but then all you do, throw it in the crock pot, let it all melt, and then it's literally so delicious with like Ruffles or Lay's potato chips. So I will show you once we get cooking with this, but this is the easiest go-to to bring to any party. It's better in the cold weather months, but it is amazing and it's always a crowd favorite. Once you mix everything together, you're gonna turn it on high until it starts melting, and this is the consistency that you're looking for. I serve them with Ruffles, and they are a winner every single time. I bought this little crock pot at Walmart for like 10 bucks, and it works super well. Another crock pot dish I really like to serve are these meatballs. And so what you need is a pack of frozen Homestyle meatballs, a large jar of Ragu meat sauce, and then those spices at the bottom. I will link this down below. You dump it all into the crock pot and cook it on high for 2 hours, and they are awesome. I serve them with toothpicks, and they're a crowd favorite as well. Another thing I did with our food display was to make sure that everything was labeled correctly. I grabbed these little picture holders from the Target dollar spot, and I used just some quick hand lettering to make some signs. So the different kinds of cheeses that were out, different kinds of dips. So then that way when people walked up to the crock pot or the table, they knew exactly what was in there and what they were eating. One of our favorite places to stock up for parties is Costco. And I know that you have to have a membership to go there. And if you don't, I would go to somewhere like a more specialty liquor store. So like here in Chicagoland, there's a Binny's Beverage Depot. So I would find something like that. So then that way you are ensuring that you've got large enough quantities, because I hate to be hosting a party and run out of anything. And I know sometimes that can be a fault. However, I learned that from my mom, that you don't run out. That big thing of Bacardi was 18 bucks. So I think on special, that's what it is at the grocery store. So that's how you can save a little money there. And number four, activities. This photo booth was used by all of the guests, and it was super fun to have props and have everything set up so that we could remember the night. And the star of the show was this photo frame that I'm going to show you how I made. So I got this huge piece of cardboard from work. It was left over from an order, and I measured about 2 inches from the sides and the top and about 7 inches from the bottom. This is going to change depending on your size of cardboard, but after I marked it, I went through and cut it out with scissors. You can also use a straight edge or a box cutter. And then I cut the paper to the size of the frame, and then I just wrapped it like it was a present in some Dollar Tree buffalo check wrapping paper. After I made sure the outside was secure, I cut out of the middle and then cut diagonally to each corner so I could fold those pieces up and tape them. The key here is making sure you use enough tape so everything's pulled taut and it looks like it's covered evenly. Then I took some of the remaining cardboard that came out of the center and I covered it in craft paper, also from the Dollar Tree, to be able to add a little hashtag sign. And this was really cool. I took the buffalo check paper and put it on a light grip Cricut mat, and it cut out these letters for me that I designed. I took some Mod Podge and made sure to seal it down, and I was able to put this hashtag Get Ugly for the ugly sweater party right on to the frame, and it was super easy. The day of the party, I took 2 large rolls of the buffalo check wrapping paper from Dollar Tree, and I taped them to the wall just with regular Scotch tape. It held up. And then I took these tags from Target and added a little flare. I added 2 packs of Dollar Tree photo props, and then I added some little sweaters with some clips from Target. It was very inexpensive to do this. It was under $10, and it was highly utilized by the guests at our party. We even used the props for our group photo in our living room. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you can implement some of these tips in your upcoming holiday party. Leave me a comment down below with your favorite tip that I shared in this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!